Hi, this is Ashley Latta here today, speaking to you again from the Lake District, the Langdale Pikes. The fog is coming down, and it looks like today might be a long, low walk. Looking up to the mountains might be quite challenging. And I want to share another tip again today, please, from our new book, The Dental Practice Jugglers, the ultimate guide for practice managers. And one of the things that myself and Alistair Mann have realised that coaching practice managers over the last 5 years on our coaching courses, practice managers coaching courses, is that as the title of the book says, is that practice managers are often juggling all the time. The juggling, they've got so much to do and so much little time, and often what's really interesting is I will get emails from practice managers, sometimes really quite late in the evening, and I've even had one recently at 12:05. So that's a late time for a practice manager still to be working in the middle of the night. And one of the chapters we look at in the book, of course, is time management, and we share several strategies on how to use your time more effectively. And one of the tasks that we give you is to try and save at least 1 hour a day, or become more productive during that day. And one tip I'd like to just quickly share with you that I actually personally I've been using for many years now is what we call block time. And what I've found is, particularly in my job, my career, is that often I have to deliver presentations at conferences. So let's say I get a presentation for a conference, and let's say I get 6 months notice. Well, often what I would do particularly is start working on the presentation more or less straight away. So often I might give it half an hour here, half an hour there, and maybe over the series of weeks I start to build up my presentation. But often with about 3 weeks to go, what I will do is I will lock myself into a room, bolt the door, switch the phone off, and actually complete the final part, the preparation of the presentation. I'll actually put the whole thing together, and I call that block time. And that block time is really, really precious. And without that, 2 or 3, sometimes can even be 4 hours, the presentation really does not get, it won't get done properly. And during that 4 hours, when I lock myself in a room, switch my phone off, it's amazing what I can actually get done. I can get the presentation finished, completed, boxed off, often with at least 3 or 4 weeks to the presentation when I'm speaking at the conference. And that's one tip that we share in the book. Often we hear from practice managers to say that their door to their office is open and people can come in whenever they want and they make themselves available. I think that's very admirable of you, and I think it's always good to be be there for your team. But often you need block time. And block time is really when you go into an office, go into a room, or maybe even stay at home and lock yourself in a quiet part of your house, and where you have to do a really important job, and you don't come out of that room until that job's actually done. It may be an hour, maybe 2 hours. Sometimes it can quite be challenging to implement at the start, and sometimes you need to let your team know, and say to them, look, unless the building is on fire, please don't disturb me. I need to get this job done. But what we have found is when practice managers have implemented this tip and reported back in our courses, that the important jobs that they can get done is been tremendous. So try and block time. If you've got a really important task to do, really important job, lock yourself in a room, give yourself maybe an hour or 2 hours, and just get stuck in. But make sure your team are not allowed to disturb you. Switch your phone off, and you'll be amazed at what you can actually get done. Hope you enjoyed this tip. I hope you found it useful, and I'm going to go off now. I'm going to go and have some breakfast, and then we're off walking in the Langdales today. Hope to see you soon. Bye.